Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to all my dear students. Welcome back to our English subject class 7. Once again we'll start our Grammar Get book. Today we'll learn a new topic in this book. Lesson number 4, tenses. Students, you have already learned in 6th standard also tenses. We'll revise it today. Now, before we move to our book, everybody open page number 35 in your Grammar Get. Now, we know that there are 3 tenses: main, present, past and future. Now here in this first picture, you will learn about simple present and present continuous tense. You will understand the differences between these 2 tenses. Now look at this picture. There are 8 pictures below. Write a sentence for each picture using the simple present or present continuous as appropriate. Use the hints below each picture. Now look at here. That some hints given to you below the picture. Look at below the picture, that is written now. In second picture, every day. Below third picture, now. Below fourth picture also written now. Now simple present and present continuous, students, you know very well. Now here written now this action happened. Now means which tense? It's defined present continuous tense. The action which is going now, which is happening now in this present time. For that we have to use present continuous tense. So here, what are you watching in this picture? That it is raining. Means the action is happening now in the present moment. That's why now is showing present continuous tense. After everyday action. Now everyday action means which tense? Simple present. The action which we are doing every day, which we are doing regular. It's a habitual action. So for that we used to do that things. For that we have to use simple present tense. So we can write here that here is a man, so we can use he. He reads the newspaper every day. Or if you just say he reads a newspaper, then full stop. So here the action which happen every day, which we are used to do. For that we have to use simple present. Once again, now. Now means the action which is happening now in the present time. She is eating ice cream. Now once again in the fourth picture also. So here we can say that the monkey is climbing on the tree. Or you can say just the monkey is climbing. So students, here you can identify the difference between present continuous tense and simple present. Simple present means the action which is happen every day. And present continuous means the action which is happen in this particular time, which is happening now only in the present moment. Now let's move for the other 4 picture. Now look at this 5th one. Once again, every evening. So here, once again, every evening is showing simple present tense. The action which happen every evening. So we can say that here look at 2 persons there. One boy, one man. So that's why we can use the pronoun they instead of he. So they watch television every evening. Or you can say just they watch television. Now look at the next one. Once again, here 2 person in the holidays. Now in the holidays means whenever holidays happen, that time. There is not written any particular that these month holidays, but in the holidays written. So once again, this also shows that here it's talking about simple present, means each and every holidays. So we can say that they play tennis in the holidays. Now look at every winter, means in each winter season, every winter season, he flies kites in every winter season. On weekends, weekends means at the end of this week. So the girls dance on weekends. Every Sunday you can see. So this is also shows that it's showing present, simple present tense. So students, this all sentence you have to write here. It is raining, first sentence, which is showing present continuous tense. After we have seen second number sentence that every day means he reads newspaper every day. So students, you just write this all sentence in this blank on page number 35. Now we'll move to next page in which we can see in the detail of these tenses. Now look at here, present tense, past tense and future tense. Now we know that what happened in present tense, that what you are currently doing. Everybody please open your page number 36. Now in present tense means the action which we are currently doing. I am eating. This we have learned in this present continuous tense. But if simple present is there means happening in the currently, I write. Past tense, verb that has already happened a long time back. I wrote. And future tense, what you will do later. Or you can say that the action which take place in the coming time, in the future time. I will write. Now, in present tense, present continuous tense will come, present perfect and present perfect continuous. Same in past tense also, different another tense will come, and same in the future tense also. So first today we will learn about the present tense, simple present tense and present continuous tense. Now look at here, present tense. We talk about events or actions that take place in the present by using simple present and present continuous tenses. The action which take place in the present only. So for that we can use simple present and present continuous tense. Now look at here first sentence. My uncle lives in Canada. Means in the present my uncle is in the Canada. So for that we have to use simple present. The action is in the present only. He is driving from the airport to home. The action is also now going, now happening. For that we have to use present continuous tense. Now what's the difference between these? Simple present, my uncle lives in Canada, means in the past also he was there. Now in this moment also he is there only. So the action is used to habitual action. He is there only. And in future might be he will there. So for that we have to use this simple present. And here now this action is happening in this moment. So for that we have to use present continuous tense. Now study this table. Present continuous. What we have to use in present continuous? Am is are plus ing form. Now as we know that in continuous form we have to always use ing form of that main verb. Now in positive sentence, I am working. Now I is a subject. That's why with the I we have to use am working. And work is the main verb, so with the verb we have to put ing. In negative sentence, negative means we have to use not. So I am not working. If you use not, so your sentence become negative. We, you and they are working. So with this subject, with this pronoun, we have to use are. We are not working. Not if you use so, once again it's become negative. He, she, it is working. So with this pronoun, we have to use is. He is not working. Now interrogative. Interrogative means question sentence. So in the end, we have to put question mark. Am I working? And what's the short forms? I'm working, I'm not working. So for this short form, you have to put here apostrophe. We're showing that you remove some letter. You omitted some letter from there. Is he working? He's working, he isn't working. Now look at here, isn't, is not working. So here, O is omitted. Are you working? We are working, we aren't working. So here also we are, A is omitted. And here, O is omitted. So it's a short form of this word. Now let's move to next. Now, before two table, we have seen about present continuous, how to write, how to form the sentence in present continuous. Now we'll see here simple present. In simple present, I, we, you and they. If you will use these words, so you have to use base form. Base form means verb, main form of verb. And if you use he, she and it, so you have to use s or es with that verb. So here with the verb, if there is he, she, it is there. So with the verb you have to put this s or es according to that verb. Now look at here, they work, simple. Work is a base form, it's a root form, it's a main verb. But if you use he, she, it, so with these you have to use works. Here you can see that as is there. In negative, I do not work, he does not work. Now look at here. Earlier what we have seen, that am. I am working in present continuous tense. But in simple present, I, with immediately you have to put that main or base form. I work, we work, you work, they work. But when you turn into negative, that time you have to use do and does in simple present tense. With I, we, you and they, you have to use in negative do. With he, she, it, you have to use does in negative sentence. And when you use this does, that time you have to remove as. Look at here. Earlier it's using here as. But when it's does already here, so that time as removed. Only work. I do not work. He does not walk. He does not walk is wrong. He does not walk. Now look at interrogative and short forms. Do you walk? In a question sentence, this do and does will come first in the beginning of the sentence and last question mark. Do question mark last. Does beginning and last question mark. So it's known as your question sentence. And when you write short form, so do not, in place of do not, you have to use don't. In place of does not, you have to use does. So this about simple present, how to frame sentence. You have already learned in 6th standard the how to frame this sentence. It's only reminder for you because the simple present, present continuous tense you have already learned in 5th and 6th standard. Now look at the uses of. Here, very detailed way, very nice way given in your textbook. So now everybody see at page number 37. Now how to use this present continuous and simple present tense. We need to know when we should use the simple present tense and when we should use the present continuous tense. Yes, it's very important that how to use these both tenses. So it's very necessary for us to know about that how we should use the simple present tense and present continuous tense. The present continuous is mainly used for an action happening now. So students, you also can underline this main sentence, main words that present continuous tense mainly we have to use for the action which is happening now, which is happening in the present, which we already learned in the first page while watching that pictures. The action which happened now means present continuous tense. And the action which happened every day, again and again, is a routine, is a habitual action. For that, we have to use simple present tense, which we have seen in our page number 35. Now look at here, the action which happening now. So that's why they. With they pronoun, we have to use are, and with the verb, we have to put ing. Hurry up, your friends are waiting for you. Friends, more than one. So that's why are waiting. If there is only one, friend, only friend, not as, so that time is will come. Friend is waiting. I can't hear. What is he saying? Question sentence. What is he? Because of he, is will come. And with the verb ing. Now next one, we use the simple present tense for habits or things that happen again and again, every day, every morning, every evening, every holidays, every winter, every summer. So for that, when the action which happen every day, every time, again and again, for that we have to use simple present tense. I go for a walk every morning. Now I, so that's why with I only base form of verb. Now he, she, it will come. So as or es with the form. She often uses the internet. Often is showing. Simple present tense. He usually. And because of he, walks will come. As or es with the verb. He usually walks till midnight. Now another use, we use the simple present tense to talk about general truths. Yes, for the universal truths, we have to use present tense, simple present tense. Things which are always true. The sun shines during the day. It's true. It's not like this that the sun shines sometimes at night, during the day only, is a universal truths, is a general truths. So for that, we have to use simple present. The sun shines during the day. The sun rises from the east is a universal truth, is a general truth. So for that, we have to use simple present tense. Birds fly, it's truth. We cannot say animal flies. So here birds fly, it's true. So that's why birds, more than one, that's why fly. But if only one bird, so flies. This Y turn into IES. Children, more than one, grow very quickly. Children, so it's a plural form. That's why grow will come. If we are singular form, so we have to write grows. Grows very quickly. Children grow very quickly. Child grows very quickly. So according to your subject, if your subject is plural, so you have to write base form. If your subject is singular, so you have to write here S or ES with the verb. Now look at here, next. Simple present tense is often used for things which stay the same for a long time. As we have seen in the first example, my uncle lives in Canada for a long time, stay the same for a long time. In past also, in present and maybe in the future, it's a long time. She acts on television. They live in Mumbai. He walks very fast. So when the action which happened for the long time, for that also we can use present tense, simple present tense. Now look at here another use of present continuous tense. We can also use the present continuous tense to talk about something that is happening for a limited period of time, but it's not happening just at the moment. Earlier what we have learned, that when something is happening in this particular moment only, now only, for that also we can use present continuous tense. But sometimes that for a limited period of time this happened, but not just, it's not happening now, but for some limited period of time that is happening. Mr. Gupta is writing a novel. Means he has started the novel but has not yet finished. And at this moment he is talking to his friend. At this moment he is not writing. He is just talking with his friend. So that time also you have to use present continuous tense, MSR plus ing. The present continuous tense is often used for things that people have arranged to do in the future. Now another use of present continuous tense which is also very important for the future plan and which people have arranged to do in the future. So for that also we can use present continuous tense. Normally we are using for future plan simple future tense. But here present continuous tense also we can use when you have already arranged to do something. We are going to Shimla tomorrow. Tomorrow is showing future plan. I'm staying here till Sunday. Future plan. So when you arrange something to do in the future, that time you can use present continuous tense. Now look at simple present tense. Use for the future when it is part of a timetable. Now we can use simple present tense also for the future action, but remember here that it's a part of a timetable. It's very important. Normally we are using simple future tense, present continuous tense. But when it's a part of timetable, that time we have to use simple present tense for the future action. Our school reopens on 15th. So here, school. So it's a particular timetable arranged by our school. In a school, everything is happening on timetable. The train leaves at 11 o'clock. Now the train, here one particular time is there for the train, for to leave the station and for to arrive on the station. So that time we have to use, it's based on timetable, it's depend on timetable. So for that we have to use simple future tense. To talk about past the arrangements, we use the present continuous tense, not the simple present tense. Simple present tense only for the timetable, official timetable. For past the arrangement, we have to use present continuous tense. So here in these two, remember very well that for past the arrangement, we have to use present continuous tense. And for some official work, when some authority arranges some timetable, the timetable which is prepared by some authority like schools, then railway, etc. So that time you have to use simple present tense. So students, I hope that you are very clear about this related simple present and present continuous tense. Once again I say you that simple present tense we can use when the things are happen again and again. Every day, every morning, every afternoon, every summer season, every winter season, every holidays and the weekend. So that time we have to use simple present tense. And in simple present tense, remember one thing that with I, we, you, they, you have to use base form of verb. And with he, she and it, you have to use s or es with the verb. The another use of simple present tense is that for the general truths, the sun rises from the east. So for that we have to use simple present. Another use of simple present is when the things which stay the same for a long time. My uncle lives in Canada. It's an action for the long time. So for that we can use simple present. And the fourth use of simple present is that for the future action, but the future action is the part of a timetable. So that time we have to use simple present tense. Then present continuous tense, the action which is happening now. For the action that which is happening for a limited period of time, but it's not happening just at the moment. For that also we can use present continuous tense. And another use for the present continuous is for the personal arrangement in the future. So for the future action also we can use present continuous tense. So students, I hope that this different type of uses of simple present and present continuous tense is clear to you. Now we'll move to the next. Now here one exercise for you. I hope that it's very clear and you can easily write this exercise. Complete these sentences using the present continuous form of the verbs given in the box. Now these all verbs given to you. Choose the suitable verb for the blank and you have to use your present continuous tense. Now as we know that in present continuous tense, if there is a I, so with the I you have to use am. If he, she, and eat. So with verb, helping verb, you have to use is. And if there is we, you and they, so with these you have to use are. So remember, this is only for your knowledge I written here. And after, you have to put ing with this verb. With this all verb which is suitable, choose it. Use am, is, are, and with this verb you have to use ing. Now look at the first one. Nikhil dashed to his sister on the phone at the moment. At this moment means now. Here we have to use present continuous form. Now Nikhil is the name of boy, so is a he. With he we have to use is. So Nikhil is to his sister on the phone at the moment. On the phone, so what will come? Talk. With talk you have to put ing. So talking. Nikhil is talking to his sister on the phone at the moment. Now look at the next blank. They dash a video. Now they is a plural form. If we, you and they is there, they are there, so we have to use are. A video. So here watch. They are watching. You have to put ing with watch. They are watching a video. Now, look at the third one. I dash to Kochi next week. Now I. So with I you have to put am. I am go. I am going to Kochi next week. Is a future arrangement. Kochi next week. I am going, and with the go ing. Look, Rajiv dash his nails again. Now Rajiv is the name of boy, so once again is. And dash his nails again. So here, biting his nails again. The boys more than one, so that's why are. Their homework. So what will come? Doing their homework. Now students, this 5 blank, try to do it yourself. Now look at the next exercise, B number. Choose the correct form of verbs from the brackets to complete the sentences. Now here, you have to choose the correct form from this bracket for complete the sentence. She dashed the dog for a walk every evening. Now she. So with the she, as or es with the verb will come. So takes. She takes the dog for a walk every evening. Kangaroos dash in grasslands. Now kangaroos is more than one. So that's why live. Kangaroos live in grassland. Number 3. Mr. Gopalan dash up his daughter from school at 4:30 every day. Mr. Gopalan is a name of person, one person name. So that's why with the verb as or es will come. So picks. So students, remember here that if he, she, it is there. So with these we have to put or as or es. He, she, and it. So with the verb you have to put as or es. But if there is I, we, and they, so only base form of verb will come. There is no as no ES. As for ES, you will not join with this. Only base form of verb will come with I, we and they. So students, remember these, and according to these you have to do these exercise. Now look at the fourth one. The Rajdhani Express dash at 8:15. Leave or leaves. So here the Rajdhani Express is the name of one train. So here leaves will come. Is a singular, is eat form. Now students, this other sentence try to do yourself. After, when I give you PDF answers of this exercise, you can check your answers in there. And if you have any doubts related to this exercise, you can write in the comment box. Now look at the C number exercise. Fill in the blanks with the simple present forms of the verb help. You have to use do, does in negative and interrogative sentences. Fill in the blanks with the simple present forms of the verb help. So here you have to use this form of verb help, and you have to fill this all blank. You have to use do or does in negative and interrogative sentence. That also we have already learned in that tables. In positive sentence, he dashed her. Now we have just completed this exercise. In this we have seen that he, she and it is there. So we have to put s or es. So here he helps her. In negative sentence, we have to use do or does. Now with he, you have to use does. He doesn't. Negative. He doesn't. Now you have already used does. So with this you have to use help. He doesn't help her. And interrogative, does will come first. Does he help? Now look at here. You have written here helps. But in negative you have used does not help. So remember, as will not come when you use does or do. Same here, does help. Here also as or es will not come when you have already used does. Now look at fourth number. They dash him. Here they is a plural form. Even we, you and they will come. So you have to use only base form of verb. They help him. In negative, they don't help him, or you can say they do not help him. And in interrogative, in question sentence, do will come first. Do they help him? So by turning into negative and interrogative sentence, when you have used already do and does, so that time you have to use only and only main form of verb. You have to use only base form of verb. So students, these three sentences also try to do yourself. And even the exercise number D, you can easily understand. So try to do that exercise number D also yourself. And if you have still any doubts, you can write in the comment box. I clear all the doubts. Till that, try to understand and complete these your exercises in your Grammar Guide book only. From page number 38 to 39. Complete this exercise. Try to do it yourself. I hope it's easy to you because you have already learned also in 6th standard, and now also I hope you understand whatever I explain. So do it yourself. Thank you and have a great day.